Hey guys, today we are looking at this 2025 Kia Sorento, and we are going to be replacing the window motor for the passenger side. Why are we doing this? This is all I got. I don't have any work. It's a slow time of year, but this window motor on this is a 2025. This procedure, which is fairly easy, it will work for Sorentos from 2021 through 2026. So if you have any of those vehicles, you need to just replace the window motor. It's fairly easy, and I'll show you how to do it. This is a how-to video, and it's not going to take very long, so let's get into it. Alright, this is the door panel, and the first thing we need to do is we need to get this off right here. There is a spot right there that I can just pull this off, just like that. And there's a screw right there. So it's a Phillips screw. Let's take that out. So let me grab. And that is pretty much it. So I get this screw out of here. Come on. And we need to pull this door panel off, which I will show you that there's just nothing but clips all around here. It's just clips. So we're going to be grabbing it. There's a spot right down here. You can see that spot right there. You can grab it with a screwdriver or a pry bar or something like that that'll fit in there, and we're just gonna pop it off from the bottom. Gonna pop it off, pop it up, and we're gonna push it and lift it up. You gotta be careful because there is a cable connected to this on the inside, and then we got wires and stuff for the door switches and the window switch. So, and some of them have a light here, some of them don't, and it may have another harness right here. So let me get a pry bar and let me get this off of here. Okay, I am going to use this pry bar right here. Stick it up that slot right there. I'm just gonna pry out these clips. They're pretty tough. Sometimes manufacturers like to make the clips tougher than the trim pieces that they hold in, and sometimes they break, sometimes the trim pieces break, and that's just the way it is. Once you get the first one, okay, once you get the first one to come off, the rest usually come with it. I'm kind of pushing on this with my knee, and I'm just pulling back, and it feels like you're breaking it, and that's what's really bad. Whenever you deal with trim like this, it's a fine line between popping it off and breaking it. So I'm just gonna pull up on it now that I got them all loose. I'm gonna pull up, kind of push in on the top and pull up, and it should come off. Yeah, it is. Just like that. So, I don't know if you can see this. Try and move this thing around without everything falling off. There is this clip right here. This is your cable for your door handle. And you just pull this clip back right there and pop it up. So that's what that clip looks like. Pull that clip back and it just pops up. And then I have a wiring harness right here going to the window switch, but I don't want to take that off right now. I'm just gonna kind of let it hang by that just for a little bit. We'll be all right. I'm gonna turn the key on because this window is completely open right now. So what's happening is this window motor, which is right here, fairly easy to get to, it is getting stuck at times. It's intermittent. So right now the window is completely closed, and I know the window motor was working just a second ago. So I'm gonna open it and hit the switch. Yeah, I'm just gonna open it just a little bit. So it's cracked right there. And what that does is that takes the pressure off of the motor, so I can get the motor out easier. And I am going to try and disconnect this. How is that connected? Where is it? What's going on? Okay, it's in the back right here. At least that's what it feels like. Yeah, there it is. So this piece right here, I'm just pushing on that to unclick it from up inside there. So I can set this door panel aside. Just gonna lean it right there. So here's the window motor, and I push this clip right here on the top and pull it out. That unclips it, and then we got 3 screws. I believe these are 8mm. Let me turn the key off. Okay, so I'm gonna get the 8mm socket and let's pull this off of here. Okay, I lied to you. It's not an 8mm, it's a 7mm. 7mm socket. And these are kind of self-tapping. They self-tap into this door module. So you want to make sure that you get them right back in the same spot if you're not replacing the door module. So at that point, we should just be able to pull this. And there it is. It has a gear, has splines right there. It's so it's not a gear, it's splines, and splines go into this thing right here, which has cables that run throughout this thing that moves this window up and down. So the window didn't come down because the regulator's in good shape. You don't want to push on this too much. There's a possibility that this hub right here could pop out of here and all the wires would unwind and everything. You can get it back together, but man, it is a real pain. Usually, if everything is in good shape, they're gonna stay right there. So let me get the new motor, and hopefully, parts department got the correct motor. Here is the part number of the new motor for the passenger front. And this is a 2025, so of course this vehicle doesn't have that many miles on it. It's got like 4,000 miles. It came in for its first oil change, and of course this is covered under warranty. So there's the new motor. It looks like the right one. So let's get this in. So it has these little dowel pin looking things, these plastic dowel pins that are part of this door module, and they will go right into that slot right there. So we want to try and line it up. Now the splines might not line up perfectly, so you may have to turn it. So right there it's not perfectly lined up, but I can rotate this, which will kind of move the window, and I can push it into place. So that's it. It's sitting right there. Get the new screw or old screws and make sure that it feels like they're going right into their spot. If you turn these backwards a little bit, you can feel it click, and then it's going right into the original spot that these basically cut into the very first time that this was put together. So you just turn it to the left, lefty-loosey. You can feel it kind of click as you're pushing, and then it's going right into the spot, and you can tighten it up. And they go right in. And you don't want to tighten these up too much, just get them a little snug. Plug this back in, and then that's pretty much it. So what we want to do is, before we put all this back together, we want to make sure that this works. So I'm going to hook up the door, the door trim. I'm going to hook up the switch right here. Try and get it back into place. If I can find the spot. Okay, so let me show this to you. If I can do this with one hand. So right there's the spot. Just gonna plug it in just like that. Let this kind of hang there just for a little bit. Turn the key on, hit that button twice, and make sure that this rolls up. There it is, up, down. And you want to make sure, for sure, that this thing works. Some of these window motors have modules in them, and when they feel resistance as it's going up, it'll stop and it'll come back down. You want to make sure that it runs completely smooth up and down. If you were to get to a point, so just a little bit of troubleshooting, if you were to get to a point where the window comes all the way up to the top and it hits the top and then it comes down a little bit, then sometimes the best thing to do is to pull the motor back off. Pull the motor back off, plug it in, turn the key on, hit the switch, and run the motor. Run it till it stops. Then put it back in, and that'll usually clear out that thing, that weird thing that it'll do where it'll close, but then it'll open up. And you roll it back down, you roll it back up, it'll close, and then it'll open up. So just a little tip there. Let me get this put back together. I'm going to plug this in so you can see this little bar going across right here, right? That when that thing pulls, it opens the door, and that's going to go into this little slot right here. So I'm going to stick this in here like that, and I'm going to push it down. It's going into that slot, and I'm going to get this to pop in just like that. Now once this is in, you don't want to grab the door panel and pull it away, because this can break. So at this point, you just want to stick it back over this ledge. There's a ledge right here in the inner window molding, and it's going to catch. I don't even know if you can see this. So there's a ledge, and so I'm just grabbing the handle, and I'm gonna stick it on there, and I'm kind of pushing it with my other hand. I'm gonna push it down. Just make sure that it goes down. Make sure that your clips are lining up with the holes, which it is right there. And then I'm just gonna push it, kind of smack it on. And that is pretty much it. Get, where is the screw? Oh, here it is. Get the screw in place. Of course, can I do it with my left hand alone? No. Okay. Just gonna use a magnet here. Get that in place like that. Screwdriver. That is it. Stick this thing. It goes in one way. It has that little spot right there that goes into that hole, and just stick that down in there. Push it down, and then we're done. Retest it. It's not an automatic window, not on this model, but it works. Turn the key off, and we are done. So, fairly easy, just replacing the window motor on it. Did not take very long at all. And not all window motors are this easy, but like I said, this is a 21 through 26 Kia Sorento, and it's fairly easy. So if you have one of those and you're replacing the window motor, whether it's the driver's front, the passenger front, they're exactly the same. The rear is going to be a little bit different. The door panels are a little bit different and stuff, but it's pretty much the same drill, same thing. As long as your window regulator is in good condition and everything, and all you need to do is replace the window motor, that's it. Just screw it off, screw it on, and you're pretty much done. So I thank you guys for watching, and I hope that somebody got something out of this. And if you did, hey, run around down in the comments and let me know how that went for you. Have you done one of these repairs before? Let me know. Just run around down in the comments. I appreciate the heck out of each and every one of you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.